Whoa, noises. Something was going on when I came into this dungeon. Hi, this is Slave Pens as a Mistweaver monk. Slave Pens, this late. Wasn't this... So this is a Burning Crusade dungeon.
Be careful.
I want to say this is usually one that's like pretty low in level range, and you'd expect to see a bit earlier. I guess I just didn't get to it until now. Or maybe I'm confusing this with the Blood Furnace. Not that they're particularly similar. Anyway, so Death Knight tank. I see a warrior of some sort, a rogue of some sort, and a hunter of some sort. Okay. So all physical party here. No magic users at all. Let's see, Slave Pens. This dungeon just like is really unmemorable for me. It's like the opposite of Underbog. Even though it looks vaguely similar, I think it's in the same world location. These are all in... what's that place called? Underneath Zangar Marsh. Serpent Shrine Cavern or something? I forget the name of the zone that these are all in, but they're all three of those. Wait. Slave Pens, Underbog, and... There's one more down there. Anyway, those are together. Is there one more, or is it just those two? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Let's not worry about it. So yeah, a lot of these encounters come with, like, slave masters and one broken character who you can fight, but you don't need to because they stop fighting you as soon as they're... as soon as the one holding them there against their will is killed. So you don't really need to target... Oh wait, that's not a rogue, that's a Windwalker monk. Neat, okay, so we got another monk in the party. I'm just so used to seeing rogues and so not used to seeing monks that if I see a yellow resource bar, I'm like, oh, of course it's a rogue. Looks like the path splits here. I guess we're not going that way, we're going this way. Yeah, don't really know my way around this place too much. I don't feel like I've spent a whole lot of time in this dungeon for whatever reason. Just didn't come up a whole lot for me. Checking left, checking right. I guess I'm making sure that, like, I'm not going to get anybody's attention. Well, it's good to be aware of what's around me. So yeah, they just become neutral after combat. You can't even keep attacking them if you want to. So just ignore the slaves. They'll find their own way out once the actual aggressors are gone. Okay, that's the layout. It doesn't look too complicated, just the one floor, or well, it all fits on one map at least. Kinda goes up and down and coils around itself a bit, but it's understandable enough. Oh, we found a boss. So details, my damage meter does classify him as a boss. But the little thingy on the right didn't pop up. Still don't know what determines that. Man, I'm like not even having to heal at all here. Just full-on attacks all the time. Okay, maybe I should pay some attention to healing. It was fine. I did not put up Renewing Mist before I use those healing spells. So I didn't know to do that, or at least wasn't quite in the habit fully yet. Always want a Renewing Mist first. Although, right, I don't have Mastery yet, so it's a little less comfortable to do it now than it will be later. Because we'll see what Mastery changes when we get to level 78. I'm 69 right now. 9 more to go. It does have a pretty significant impact on the monk's playstyle. Okay, somebody has, tank has an automatic interrupt reporter. That's probably good. It'd be nice if the game just did that for you, so you'd know who had interrupted what when. Because right now, that's sometimes pretty important information, and right now you just have to either use some sort of game extension for it, or call it out manually somehow, or something. Some of them are audible, like the mage's counterspell makes a pretty distinctive sound, although... Oh. I mentioned that! I just heard that sound from something else. There are no mages in this party. That was some timing. Wow. So that sort of noise that happened there. That wasn't a great impression of it, but I think you know the one I mean. That's what a counterspell sounds like, so you can tell when it's happening by that, but sound effects are used for multiple things, so if you hear that, you don't necessarily know... Ow! So, a Death Knight ability is Path of Frost, which makes all water surfaces walkable. She used that on everybody, just so they take fall damage there. That's pretty funny. I mean, maybe that wasn't the intention, but that's how it happens. I mean, it's not entirely bad. You can walk out of the water a little quicker than you can swim. But still. That's kind of a funny thing to do. I guess you turn on Path of Frost and everybody around you just sort of has it. I don't remember exactly how it works. But I do remember it doesn't have a lot of... Oh man, more druids and stuff. Is this a continuation of the story of Underbog, maybe? Or the other way around? Again, no idea what's going on in the lore for either of those dungeons. But I guess they are kind of related to each other. Ooh, Rockmy the Crackler. Some things go wrong with this boss, don't they? Yeah, okay, so she's already taking heavy damage. This lobster, or whatever it is surprisingly scary. Like, there's some real heavy party-wide damage that happens during this encounter, I seem to recall. Yeah, look at that. I'm not fully prepared for that. I want to say somebody dies in this encounter, or maybe they just come close. Or maybe I'm remembering a long time ago fighting this thing. Oh wait, I die, don't I? I'm standing in front of it, in the range of, I think it does some kind of like cleave with its claws or something maybe. Because I see everybody taking damage at once. Let's watch and see. Okay, so Water Spit hits everybody around for not too much. Now it's Giant. Yeah, she's taking real heavy damage. Okay, so the Enrage is scary. That's what happens. 4 hits in rapid succession for a fourth of her health each. Yeah, okay. So watch out for that Enrage. It's pretty serious, as it turns out. She's happy I'm taking care of her, mostly. Doing the best I can. Kinda. Yikes. I almost let her die again. I was paying too much attention to looting and stuff. Yeah, the thing is, like, the game kind of primes me not to pay that much attention to enrage mechanics, because for most of the enemies, while you're leveling in dungeons, you know, it'll say, so-and-so goes into a rage. It gets a little bigger, gets a little redder, presumably hits a little bit harder, but is almost never, like, to that degree. So I just was not primed to expect, like, really super hard hits all of a sudden from an enrage. Like, ideally, you know, you'd kind of expect that, like, when something enrages, that would always be how it is, but it almost never is, actually. That's one of the few that really works like that. Tuning for these dungeons is just all over the place. They could really use some retooling, but it'll probably never happen. Death and Decay on the ground really does not show up super well on slopes. It wants to draw itself at a very specific height level, and doesn't know what to do if it's spread across a hill. Oh, are we almost done yet already? Okay, this is not a large dungeon. Alright, this boss. Well, we're not at the boss yet. Quagmiran, way down in the water there. I remember there being something about this one, like I wasn't sure how to engage it when it's way the heck down in the water. You don't have to fight it in the water. I think you can just pull it out and fight on the land. Something about this is tickling my memory. Not sure what, though. Like, some reason that it was a problem that Quagmiran was way down there in the water. Don't think it was this run, though, so this is probably just going to be totally normal. Oh, hey, more of these are coming in. Ah, we got their attention by releasing one of their prisoners, I see. So if you're not here to do the quests, you probably won't see this. Yeah, so that's like way down in the water. You kind of have to go in there and get its attention because it's so far away. Path of Frost, yeah. Alright, there we go. Fighting in a place that's more comfortable for us, probably less comfortable for him. Ooh, that hurt a bit. What is happening to... Okay, so he gets down on all fours to do that acid spray attack, which I was mostly standing in. Ooh, somebody died from that. I was not prepared for this, apparently. Wasn't paying close enough attention. Okay, so acid spray is something you want to take seriously, just like Rookmar's Enrage. Alright. Good stuff to keep in mind. I hope we didn't just... Okay, so I didn't see that the hunter was on that quest for the eye in combat. Oh no, something's wrong. It thinks I'm in combat, even though I'm not. Oh, game's all confused here. What is this? Like, my level is visible. There it goes. I didn't have the crossed swords that normally indicate that I'm in combat. Ah, Caverns of Time. Right, there was a 15th anniversary celebration going on there. That's what all the noise was when I was zoning into the dungeon. Okay. Now we know. Cenarian Expedition likes me better now. That's nice, I guess. I don't know what you get for that faction, but something probably. Oh hey, I'm level 70. Neat. I automatically get a quest. UI complains that I need to fill PvP talent slots for some reason. And I get Revival. Finally, I have it. Alright, so we'll see Revival next time, hopefully. Maybe. Alright, I'll see you then.